Aloha everybody, and welcome to Beach Walks with Rocks at beachwalks.tv. Today is show number 10, and I'd like to give a shout out to Vernon over at 808 Talk. Stay tuned, I'm going to play your promo at the end, Vernon. Thanks for sending folks over here. The sun is out for a brief moment. It was actually drizzling and cloudy when we got here, but in the 5 minutes that it took us to get packed and ready and on the beach, we have a little bit breaking through, so I'm absolutely thrilled. And I wanted to follow on today talking about something that occurred to me last night. There's this notion of if it's meant to be, there's nothing you can stop it, that I talked about, right? And if it's not meant to be, you can't force it. Well, that really flies in the face of the whole entire success industry. And what really does success mean? Such a loaded word, such a loaded concept. You know, we feel bad if we've been unsuccessful, we feel happy if we've been successful. But really, how do we define success? That's what I want to talk about today. Lots of people, they only know how to define success by how much money they make. And that's certainly a valid measure. But I think it really gets skewed if that's the only measure that we have, because if it's meant for you to make a lot of money, there's nothing you can do to stop it. It wasn't necessarily that you were so brilliant in whatever it is that you did. And not to say that you weren't brilliant, but again, it's back to this point of it frees you up. If we change how we think about success and this role of fate or destiny or the universe stepping in, then it opens up, it frees up this entire territory for me, for you to try anything we want, knowing that we have the entire support of the entire universe. You know, Lexi, my dog, what would she think of success? Basically, every time I throw the ball, she experiences success. Sometimes it takes her a little while to get it. Sometimes she stands there and stares at it and waits for it to come back to her. Now, if she let the ball come to her instead of her getting it, is that a successful retrieval? In my book, it is. But looking through stricter eyes, it would say, well, she didn't do anything the second time. She just waited for the ball to come to her. Well, what if we let success just come to us? What if we sometimes don't try to, as my sister Judy says, over-science it, and we just allow the process of life to unfold? That's how I use my rule of 3. If something isn't working for 3 times, I drop it and I let something else move into my life. This weather, traditional wisdom would say, don't start a video podcast on Hawaii on the dark, gray, rainy day after day after day. And thanks, Nathan, I agree. I'd like to see the sun too. But you know what? Success really is an inside job. It's what we make of it. It's how we enjoy the process. It's what do we want to get out of this living moment, not yesterday's moment or tomorrow's moment. It's happening right now. So I'd love to hear from you. What do you think of success? What would be in your mind, what would be a successful day for you? For me, got a lot of answers for that, but why don't you start the dialogue? I'm talking all the time. Look forward to hearing from you. If you'd like to Skype me on the conch line, it's Roxanne Darling. If you want to call from your cell phone, it's 949-544-1456. Aloha, everybody.
Aloha, I'm Vernon.
And I'm Jim.
And we're the host of 808 Talk, Hawaii's premier podcast. We discuss island chit-chat, news, points of interest, and feature local musicians from the beautiful Hawaiian Islands, which we like to call the 808 State.
Be sure and catch us each and every week as we share a little aloha from our world to yours.
You can find us on the internet at 808talk.com and subscribe to our show in iTunes and many other podcatchers. So be sure and check us out and experience a little aloha. Mahalo.
Mahalo.